My name is Melanie Stewart, also known as Mama Moses, and I am the founder and the CEO of Mama Moses, the Underground Railroad. Since January 1st, we have stopped over 200 evictions. My father was a pastor, and I watched him take care of people in the community. I watched my mom do the same. Even though there were 8 children in our family, they always managed to keep us fed and to help feed the community, and to even taking in people who were homeless, even whether it was a relative or not. We always, even though we had a 2-bedroom house with no bathroom when I was growing up, we still took people in, and we would all sleep on the floor or whatever, but we were happy. So that is who I am. That's what I learned from my parents and from my grandparents. You always feed people, and you always make sure that you help in the community that you serve. In Harnett County, we have homeless camps throughout the county, and I go pretty much 2 or 3 times a week to every campsite. Drop off sleeping bags, tents, whatever they may need, socks, whatever. And that changes based on the seasons. So it was the mom, the dad, the children. The mom she was sick, had cancer. The grandparents were living there, they had dementia. The husband was trying to work. The older children who were in high school were trying to get part-time jobs, but it was still not enough to keep up. And that one, I think, stands out with me the most because they owed so much and they were so far behind. But the landlord was willing to work with us, and we were able to stop the eviction, keep them in their home, and they're still in their home today.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So whenever it's stories like that, because they have to be able to sustain, we can stop the eviction, but what are you going to do next month? Are you able to sustain this? And all they needed was just a chance to get caught up. They lost their homes, then they started living in their vans, then their van is repoed, now you're homeless in a campsite. So what does your wife and kids do? They move in with parents somewhere, and we have all these men who go to the woods, and people don't realize they're not addicts, they're not all drunks, they're not alcoholics, whatever. A lot of what we have now is a direct result of COVID. The reason the numbers have increased. So whenever I go under a bridge and I see 6 or 8 men, generally half of those men are there because of COVID. They lost their job. It's a snowball effect. Still looking for work, but okay, you get a job at McDonald's or wherever, minimum wage. How are you going to save up enough money to get your security deposit first month, last month? You were evicted, so you have an eviction on your record. Who's going to rent to you again?
And when you're living under a bridge, it's hard to find the time.
Right.
To find to find the
right,
house.
Right.
To find
you're just
car.
trying to survive.
Trying to survive.
And I don't think people realize that. They think that, well, just get a job. They just need to get a job.
It's hard enough to get a job when you have a house.
Exactly. And you're walking, you got to walk back and forth to work, and and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's hard. All across the state, from one end to the other. But we are not just here in North Carolina.
Okay.
We're part of the 211 emergency call center. So I'll get a call in Utah, Wyoming, Alabama, whatever. I'm in a hotel, I don't have this, I need this, can you, and I'll put a call out for volunteers in that area and say, look, I've got a family over here at a hotel on such and such street, can you go over there and take food? You see? So we're connecting also with churches across the country, because a lot of times the church might not even know that this family is in need and they're sleeping in the Walmart parking lot. So I'll go in Alabama and find me a church and say, look, I'll look on the map, there's a church there, there's a church there, there's Walmart. Pastor, can you go down to Walmart please and check on, so that's the way we're working it, you see? So we are able to get help to people all across the country now.
I love the phrase you always use, this is how we do church.
Yeah, this is how we do church. And so really, whenever I first started on a more organized level, I really went out to every church. I wanted if every church would just look at what's in your neighborhood and just do church. Mm-hmm. Don't just go to church, but do church. Put it in place outside of the walls. You have to do church. So what we do, we do church, and I teach people how to do church and not just go to church. Yes, I can help lead you to a relationship with Christ. I can teach, I can do all of that. I've been preaching since I was 8 years old. My dad stood me up on a box behind the pulpit and I preached, you know. And but ever since then, I have been, you know, I can lead you to Christ. But can I do church? Can I do the things that the scripture also says that we are supposed to do? Because it comes with the title. If you are a nurse, you do nursing, right? If you're a dentist, you work on teeth. If you're a church, you do church. Let's do church.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what you do. You take care of the homeless, the widow, the poor. You know, you can't just sit back and say, we're gonna always have the poor with. Yeah, we may always have the poor with us, but we're still supposed to take care of them. My Facebook page is Mama Moses, the Underground Railroad. But what I love, what I tell people, where the action is in the private group. So when a case arises, whether it's 11 o'clock at night or whatever, it goes to that private group. The people who are in the private group have been, once they request to join, I approve them. So that way I can see like spam or whatever, and we filter that. But we have over 10,000 people in that group. And if anybody would like to join the group and really see what happens minute by minute, it's in that group. That's where we also have the $5 Sunday Challenge, where people can, we challenge everybody to just give $5. Some people may have 50 cents in their Cash App or whatever, or PayPal or whatever. Give it. Some people give more, some give less or whatever, but we do that every Sunday. It's like taking up an offering, because we are a virtual church. Basically, I have a lot of people in that group who say, I don't go to church anywhere, but I'm learning to do church, and they give. And what I'm doing now is actually connecting them to churches that are doing church and saying, okay, you've been in here helping in this group, but guess what? St. Paul Church is in Cary. This church is in Holly Springs. Go also into that body and be a part of that church, and let that pastor help lead you to Christ. Not just giving in here, which is good. This is a start. This is where I have people who message me in the group and say, look, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in Christ. But if there's anything to a church, this has got to be it. What you are doing has to be it. So what I'm doing is like, okay, keep giving, stick around, just stick around. And then what I'll do is say, you know what? I got a friend I want you to talk to. He's a pastor. I want you to talk to him. So it doesn't all come through just being doing church in here. I want to show them what the church was intended to be, and what Paul talked about in the book of Acts, about how they had all things in common, so nobody went without. And people just keep calling me, and Forever Clean, which is a company here in Fuquay, they call, I came here one morning, there were like 30 bicycles on the back porch.
Really?
Brand new in the box. The mayor of Anger called me. I got 20. You know, this person will call me, I'm sending 10 bicycles. I'm sending 5. I'm sending, So I don't know. I just show up, present my body, a living sacrifice, which is what God has required us to do. And so that's what, I'm just standing in the door being, and he is showing out who he is, his power, his might, his strength.
And you're inviting that in all of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, like come look at what he's doing. Get over here. You see this? 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, kind of thing. And watch it. Look at it now. It's a whole meal. And that's what I want people to see. Is that God is moving and He's at work. He's multiplying. Somebody said, well, you might not have as many as you had last year. Oh, really? Oh, really? You think I won't have? You don't know my God. You don't know Him. I would love to have them get involved year round, because every season brings a different need. Whether it's the heat in the summertime, whether it's air conditioners, box fans, especially for our senior citizens. We need those types of things throughout the year. We just replaced a senior citizen's hot water heater. It was leaking and had messed up her subfloor. So we may have someone in the church who's a plumber who could just have changed it out. Or so it's different things. That's why I would like for them to be in our private group. So when a story comes up, you don't have to do everything. But if it's something that comes up a need, then you can say, oh, wait a minute, I've got a size twin mattress that I'm not using. I can do that. So everybody, you do when you can do. The $5 Sunday challenge, if we could get them to participate in that, it's just send them $5 every Sunday.
And they do that through Venmo?
Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal.
Okay.
And Zelle. So we have those, and I can send you that so you can share. But just finding things, I tell people, find what it is that you're good at. You may have someone in the church who bakes bread. Bake the bread up and bring it, and let me give it out to the men at the campsites. If you just look, if you look up Mama Moses, the Underground Railroad, you will see the page, and then it'll say group. Click on group and join the group.
That's right.
That's where the action happens.
That's the action. All right.